Hello, everybody. What a very nice night. We are here again to be with you. And before we start, we're going to start singing some songs. Song of Mother Zephyrina. Source of love that radiates, warm in our power cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort. Cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings. Make yours no son a good Christian. Make yours no son a good Christian. Vibrate. When life lends a hand, it's time to open up your heart. It is time to love one another. It's time to take part. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our hearts in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dream become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Love in action. Oh, Jesus, here I am, my knees on the floor, to say thank you, my Lord, for the lights that come through this door. Your love is the key to change the entire world. Using these chains wisely, we will live in peace and harmony. Now I understand. Helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all this transformation, we just have to put love in actions. To see all this transformation, we just have to put love in action.
What is mediumship? Would you like to know more about it? Join us to study and learn together about it and many other topics.
Wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. You will see that behind every sight there's a flame shining bright, tiny spark created by God. I will follow your path, Father, 'cause nobody is alone in life, and the scars of my destiny will be healed by your love. Ooh, ooh. as our Master Jesus taught. Ooh.
Another day, another flower, another minute past the hour. Someday the sky is blue, and suddenly we can't see through. And every day is a fresh new start. When the sun turns off the moonlight, we get another chance to choose the route we want to cruise. And on the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new route, a new beginning calling after every end. There are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. On the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new route, and a new beginning calling after every end. And there are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round.
Good evening, everybody. What a special moment we are here to join with you this special time. Today, we start with the harmonization, the songs. Now, we would like to welcome everybody to our public meeting. We thank everyone for joining us tonight. Before we start, we would like to share a couple of announcements. First of all, we would like to ask you to turn off your cell phone notification and find a quiet place during this time, if it's possible. Our meeting have 30 minutes presentation followed by Q&A. Following the presentation, we'll have a spiritual treatment with passes in magnetized water. So we invite you to set aside a container with water to be magnetized. We also would like to tell you about our free course. That's the video is calling for the free course. Let's do it, Rodrigo. we didn't have sound, but this is a course, free course that starts in September 10th. So we're gonna repeat again, but there's no sound, still no sound, Rodrigo. It's a technical difficulties we are having. But again, it's a free course that is starting September 10th, and everybody is invited to learn about the spiritism, learn about mediumship, life, life after life. So many different topics, very interesting. We're gonna pass this message again. So Nick is
What is the
prepared.
meaning of life? Would you like to know more about this topic? Join us to study and learn together about this and many other topics.
So for those who wants to learn more about Spiritism, Get to Know Spiritism is a free and online course that happens every Saturday, 5:15 East. There will be a new class starting September 10th. The registration link will be posted in the chat, and we'll be sharing more information soon. So stay tuned. So let's before the opening prayer, we'd like to share another announcements. We'd like to announce that our public meeting is being retransmitted by the Continental Conference America through their Facebook, and also be retransmitted every Wednesday at 8 p.m. by Kardec Radio and Facebook on YouTube. You can follow us in our page in the Facebook and the Spiritism Canada too in the YouTube. So let's do our opening prayer. For this moment, I'd like to ask you to find a place that you can think about Jesus Christ, about his teachings, about his love, and as he taught us how to pray. We'd like to ask our Father God the blessing for these moments, asking to allow the good spirits to be with us, our mentors, that can inspire us to talk about your love. Also, ask for the mentor of our speaker from the night. Your blessing be with us today and forever. It will be it.
I'm sorry, we are having some technical difficulties with Publio. He just are coming back soon. Hello, Publio, welcome back. So now you just need to continue talking about the Tuesday retransmission to Concafras,
All right.
Continental
We
Americas.
had a we had a difficult technical difficulty here. So our meeting is retransmitted every Tuesday together with us for Continental America Concafras through their Facebook page, and also from on retransmitted on Wednesdays by Kardec Radio Facebook page and YouTube page. So you can follow us on these sites. And today we have a a very good time to listen our little sister Marcel. She's going to talk about Spiritism according to Gospel according to Spiritism, the patient, obedience, and resignation. The chapter 8, Blessed are the meek and the peace loving. Items 7 and 8. And we'd like to welcome our sister Marcel, our speaker for tonight. Hello, Marcel. How are you tonight?
Hi, Publio. I'm fine. A little nervous. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I made some mistakes in my script. My internet went down, but we are here again to listen to
Yeah,
your explanation, your how you see this part of the gospel according to Spiritism.
that's fine.
Welcome.
Everyone makes mistake, right?
Everybody make mistakes. Don't worry. We are here together to learn.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Good evening. As Publio said, we are gonna talk tonight the chapter 9 from the Gospel according to Spiritism. We are going to talk about patience, obedience, and resignation, item 7 and 8. So, may the peace of Jesus be with all of us. And we ask the good spirits to help us in this study that we are going to do in us, doing our evidence ignorance. So today we will talk about these three virtues taught to us by Jesus. That's patience, obedience, and resignations. In the next slide, I'm gonna show you three definitions that I brought here, and we are gonna read and think a little bit about it. So patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. Obedience is compliance with an order, request, or law, or submission to another's authority. And resignation is the acceptance of something undesirable but inevitable. So, these are three virtues that we need to practice in our lives. We need to try to get these into our lives every single day. We know that it's really hard sometimes. We try very hard to be a better person, but sometimes something happens and we don't know how to act. And sometimes we forget God's law. And in consequence, we are no patient or no obedient or no resigned. So in the next slide, I brought this from the gospel. Yeah, it's a message from the spirit friend that says, pain is a blessing that God sent us upon the elect. Therefore, do not become troubled when you suffer. Instead, bless Almighty God, who, through the pain of this world, has marked you out for glory in heaven. So, according to the gospel, we realize that pain makes us grow and that it is a consequence of our mistakes in the past lives, previous lives, or even in our current existence. So, pain is a vehicle through which we regenerate ourselves in the face of past mistakes because of our deviations from the path of to happiness. So it is the vehicle, the instrument, the mechanism that God used so that we who have transgressed God's law can return to the path of God, of good. Okay, so Sometimes we are having pain and we don't know why this is happening to us, but we need to know that God knows everything, and everything is for our good. We need to learn from every experience that we are facing. The next slide, we are continuing this message from the gospel, and that says, be patient. Patience, too, is a form of charity, and you must practice the law of charity taught by Christ, Jesus Christ, the envoy of God. So, impatience is probably the mark of our generation, right? Of the current moment in which we live. Today, we are required to do the most with the most productivity in the least amount of time possible. There is no time for reflection, no time to connect with our family, with our friends, no time to look inside to our spirituality because of this desire of humanity to solve everything quickly. We end up doing without thinking or without reflecting. So we want everything right away. We have no patience, both at work and in our relationships. If the result is not immediate as we wish, we give up. We don't give time to time. Against this, we must seek patience, have emotional control, and do not lose our temper. Patience is based on tolerance through the mistakes of others, or when facing situations or unwanted facts, and the practice of charity. And patience is the ability to understand the causes and reasons for our conflicts and then calmly resolve the situation in the best possible way. Because if you are angry, you cannot think clearly. And if you act when you are angry, you might regret later. So the best way is think, elevate our thought in God. Pray is the best instrument that we have. It's pray. So in the next slide, we continue the message. The charity that consists is giving alms to the poor in the easiest of all charity. Is the easiest of all charities. There is another kind, however, that is much more bothersome and consequently more meritorious. Forgiving those whom God has placed on our path to be instrument of our suffering and to put our patience to the test. So maybe now we are thinking someone or some people who are close to us in our family or at work or somewhere else, that we think, oh my gosh, why this person is close to me? This person causes me pain. I get angry, impatient when this person is close to me. But think that God knows everything. And if you can forgive, if you can be patient with people who make this to you, you are be a charitable person. So in human relationship, we have to practice patience and tolerance towards our companions. Otherwise, we will be in a state of physical and mental tensions. So to be patient is to be polite, humanized, and know how to act calmly, and tolerantly. I know that it is not easy. I know because we facing every single day lots of situations that make us lose our minds or something like that. But we need to put a lot of effort on it. We need to evolve ourselves. Okay, so when you are going through some difficulty or are very angry, my advice is do not ask God for patience. Instead, ask for wisdom. Because if you ask for patience, God will give you situations where you have to practice your patience until you achieve it. So if you ask for wisdom, you will know how to act with patience. So if you ask for patience, you will have lots of difficult and hard situations to practice your patience. Okay, so and we know that family members are instruments of our suffering, but also of our evolution because they provide us with the opportunity to practice understanding and growth. And everything we do for the benefit of others, leaving our selfishness aside, is an act of charity. The time, the support, and the attention to the others is charity. For example, if some friend of yours calls you and you are very, very busy, but you know that 5 minutes won't make a big difference in your situation, please stop and listen. And be sure this is an act of charity because it doesn't depend on money, but on your will to listen, to help, to do something to the another person. So the next slide is continuing the message. The spirit, the friend spirit, he says, life is difficult. I know. It is composed of 1,000 nothings which are pinpricks that end up hurting us. But we must consider the duties imposed on us, the consolations and the compensations we receive in return, and then we will see that the blessings are more numerous than the sorrows. The burden seems less heavy when we look to heaven than when we brow is bent toward the ground. So if you stop focusing, I say you, but I'm including this, okay? If we, it's better, stop focusing on the negative things that happen to us. We will surely be grateful for the small blessings that take place every single day in our lives. Being healthy, having a family, friends, a job, a house, or just being alive and breathing is already a reason to be thankful. So the exercise of patience requires listening, persistence, trust, waiting, raising our thought to God, and have faith. We need to have faith because we are not alone. God and the good spirits are with us all the time. So the next slide. I brought this message from the Bible. Paul in Romans chapter 5, verses 3 to 5. It says that following. And not only that, but we also glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulation produces patience, and patience produces endurance, and endurance produces hope. So If we are and we practice the patience in our life, we might have hope in a better life. Here on a next life, doesn't matter. But we need to know that we are here to evolve ourselves to be a better person. And we need to know that this is not our real life. We are here in an experience to love, to help, to be to do charity, to help others, to listen, to set aside our selfishness, our pride. Um, and then the next slide, um, the message says, "Courage, my friend. Christ is your model. He suffered more than any of you and had nothing for which to reproach himself, whereas you have your past to expiate and to strengthen your for you for the future. So be patient, be Christian." This word sums up everything. In this way, we should stop complaining tribulations about the tribulations of our lives. Instead, we should ask, what have I done that may have caused this situation in my life? What can I do to become a better person and do not make the same mistake again? We need to pray and watch every time. And keeping positive thoughts help us to have more patience. If you are out of patience, stop, think, take a deep breath, and focus on positive thoughts. We must to have patience. What we have to do to have patience, we need to have self-knowledge. If you know yourself, you know your strengths, you know the things that you have to overcome. Inner reform, you need to mastering our own impulse, tolerance of others people's defects, because we all have defects. So why am I watching the defects of the other person if I have lots of them? We need to put effort and persistence. We have to have discipline and wisdom and understanding. So with this, we can try and walk another step toward the patience. So the next slide, we're gonna talk about obedience and resignation. The message that I brought is from the Gospel according to Spiritism, is the Spiritist Lazarus. It says, all at all point, Jesus' doctrine teaches obedience and resignations, two very active companion features of meekness. Although people erroneously confuse them with the negation of sentiment and will, obedience is the consent of reason, and resignation is the consent of the heart. Both are active force because they carry the burden of the trials that insensate rebellion lets drop. So if Jesus, who was the purest spirit ever on earth, suffered what we all know, why do we complain so much about our suffering if we still persist in making mistakes? In this way, we should always remember that Jesus, it from our previous and this slide, Jesus is our guide and model, and that if we follow his example, we will certainly become a better person if it takes several lives. But one day we will be pure spirits, because God's law is the law of progress. And when we talk about obedience, we are talking about obeying God's law. And every time we disobey them, we suffer. When we are not good person, we suffer because we have the free will, so we can do whatever we want to do, but we need to um, suffer the consequences from our acts. And obeying involves reason. You understand that it is right, so you obey. I know that the God's law is something right. I need to love God. I need to love my neighbor. I need to be a better person. So I'm gonna obey this law. And resignation involves feeling. You understand that you cannot change the situation. So you resign. For example, a person who has a very bad disease, and this person does the treatment, take all the medication, does everything that the doctors say that this person needs to do. Sorry. And then the doctor says that, well, we have done everything that we could, but now we are gonna keep doing the treatment, but we have no cure for your disease. For example, we know that this is hard, and especially for the person who is passing through this situation. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just give up and stop the treatment? You're gonna just wait the death or no? So if you are you need to be if you use the resignation, we are keeping doing the treatment, we're doing our best. We need to learn from this situation what this disease is bring to me. What do I need to learn from this situation? What can I do to be a better person? Because I know there is life after death. So as Publius said, life after life, because it's only the body that dies. Our spirit doesn't. So if I have a very bad situation, I need to be, I need to resign. I need to see that I cannot change the situation, but I can be a better person. I can do the best as I can to facing this in the better way. So we need to bless every evolutionary opportunity with joy. The pain faced with resignation diminishes in intensity, so much born in silence passes quickly. So we know that it's not easy, but we need to do because it's the best for us. In the next slide, continuing the message, and the spirit Lazarus say, the coward cannot be resigned, just as the proud and selfish person cannot be obedient. Jesus was the incarnation of these virtues scorned by materialistic antiquity. He came to make the triumphs of sacrifice and renunciation of the flesh shine in the bosom of downcast humankind. So Jesus came into the world obeying God's law, setting aside his will. He was resigned when he was betrayed by his apostles and when he was crucified. Jesus is the example we should always follow. And do not forget, suffering that you do not deserve will never reach you. Just as you will not pass through on the earth on an exceptional basis without facing them. God's law are the same for everyone, replacing the love that is scarce. Pain is the master that propels us forward. So nothing or anything that is happening to us is not occasionally. So everything has a reason. If we are suffering, there is a reason for that. And I need to see and I need to know what should I learn from this situation. How can I be patient? How can I obey the God's law? How can I be resigned? Okay. And to we are almost at the end of the talk, and I have one more slide. Actually, two more. Sorry. And this is ends the Lazarus message. He says, "Obey the great law of progress, which is the catchphrase of your generation. Away to lazy spirit. Those who close off their understanding, away to them. For we who are the guides of humankind on the march will apply the whip to compel their rebellious wills through the twofold effort of break and spur. All prideful resistance will yield sooner or later, but blessed are they who are meek, for they will lend a willing ear to your teachings. So may we understand that the greatness of God's law, and be peaceful, patient, obedient, and resilient, so that one day we can be in more evolved plans, evolved worlds. And to end up our presentation, I brought a message from the Brazilian medium Chico Xavier. Always trust. It's a little bit big, but it's very beautiful. So don't lose your faith among the shadows of the world. Even if your feet are bleeding, keep it moving forward, lifting it by heavenly light above yourself. Believe and work. Strive for good and wait with patience. Everything passes away and everything is renewed on earth, but what comes from heaven will remain. Of all the unfortunate ones, the most unfortunate are those who have lost confidence in God and in themselves, because the greatest misfortune is to suffer the deprivation of faith and to go on living. Raise your gaze, then, and walk. Fight and serve. Learn and get ahead. Shine the dawn beyond the night. Today, it is possible that the storm may crumple your heart and torment your ideal, frightening you with affliction or threatening you with death. Do not forget, however, that tomorrow will be another day. Thank you so much.
Marcel, what a good explanation and opened my mind about a lot of things. And I caught there's some questions here. I'm gonna put the questions first because I also have a question for you. Let me see these
Be
ones.
easy, be easy. Go easy.
No, the questions are here are very, very interesting. Look, listen and talk.
Uh-huh.
So we are people, or the people are the instrument or evolution, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and you mentioned like if family members sometimes it's hard to deal with,
Mm-hmm.
and they are instruments from God to
Yes.
test
Yeah.
us our patience.
Yeah, they
Okay.
are because, uh, as I said, God knows everything. So they won't put anybody in your family that doesn't need to be there. So you need to forgive someone, you need to love someone, love more, because we don't know what we were in the previous lives, right? So maybe we have someone in our family that we don't get along. It's not easy going. We don't have a good relationship, but we need to do our best to love this person, no matter what.
Learn how to love. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
learn how to love. Yeah.
Okay. Because after this conclusion, I have another one from Lucas here. He's saying Christ is indeed the best role model we can have, because
Yes.
he taught and he lived with patience. He lived with obedience of the laws and resignation that nowadays we call resilience.
Yes.
But here there's another question from Larissa, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
same question that I have.
Okay.
These three virtues are so important to be developed in our daily lives. Again, patience, obedience, resignation. Do you have any more tips on how to be more patient, obedient, and resilient in our daily lives? Because you
Yeah.
said I wrote here what you put there. Obedience is the conscience of reason. So when we
Mm-hmm.
understand what's going on, it's easier to
Mm-hmm.
be patient. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
resignation is the consent of the heart. So we
Yes.
know the law. We have to be patient, and we have this consentment of our heart. So the
Mm-hmm.
question is, there's more tips, or it's very easy. What do we have to do to put in practice those three virtues?
Yeah.
Helping us.
I thought it to put in another slide to put these tips, but I actually was at the almost on the time of the talk. So Rodrigo gave me the advice: don't put anything else more. And then I said, okay, yeah, that's gonna be worse for me. So as I said, I did not put on my slides, but as I said, self knowledge is really important, because if we know ourselves, we know that the things that we need to improve, right? In a reform, it's really important to develop the patience, the obedience, and the resignation, mastering our own impulse, because sometimes we are angry and we want to say that we are angry. No, be easy, right? You might have a reason to be angry, but you don't have the right to be rude with anyone, right? We need to be tolerant and with the other, or tolerant with other people's defects. We need to put effort and persistence. We have to have discipline and wisdom and understanding. Another thing that I think that we need to do is study. We need to study. And the great opportunity to study is our course that's gonna start next month on September 10th, right? Get to know
Good.
to Spiritism. It's gonna talk about all of these things and more, much more, right? So I think Kardec said, Spiritists, love yourselves. Spiritists, study. It was two advice: study and love, because we need to start to understand, to don't be ignorant, right? So it's an effort that we need to put into our lives every single day, step by step. We know that takes time, but we need to do, right? I hope I could answer Larissa's question.
with your amazing talk. See, amazing talk, Marcel. You did very well, and that
Thank
message
you.
from Chico Xavier is very good too.
Yeah.
We are very plenty of those information. I hope we can keep those information.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we have a good opportunity to start the free course online in September 10th. So we're gonna learn about the spiritual world, of course, but we're going to learn ourselves too, how to love ourselves, because
Yeah.
learning we can be more patient, and
Mm-hmm.
patience give the reason for the heart.
Love
So
one and another, right?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
we would
Thank
like
you.
to say thank you very very much.
Thank
You've been
you.
very very good, like helping us to understand those topics is very important to us.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Have a great night, Marcel. Well, after these moments, lighting moments, we're gonna prepare for our spiritual treatment. So we have to understand what spiritual treatment means. Uh, we're gonna have the pass. That is a transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotional, and mental balance. Passes help us to restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with healthy, positive energy. In order to receive the best benefits from passes, please follow the audio instruction or remain in prayer. So it's up to you. You may close your eyes to help with the mentalization. During the pass, the water you set aside will also absorb the spiritual energy that you and your family can benefit from. We will now make a prayer in preparation for the Pass, which will be our closing prayer as well. So we'd like to invite you to close your eyes in this moment, remembering Jesus Christ in all his patience, all his obedience of laws of God, in the resignation for all the suffering he was on. And then say, thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to be here tonight, learning about your gospel, about the instruction from the spiritual world. Be with us today and forever. So be it.
Let us now prepare ourselves for the moment of the passes and the magnetization of water. Let's now calm our hearts, breathing in and out. Pay attention to your body. Focus on your breath and let yourself be carried by this energy. Let your thoughts pass by without judging them. Let them flow. Allow this light to be the beacon that guides you, and allow these words to penetrate your energy. Make each word an anchor of gratitude, faith, and trust. With the purpose of healing, which takes away my faith, healing every feeling of separation, of pain, let it all dissolve in this moment, leaving only love, gratitude, and trust. We ask God for the presence of our guardian angel and the friendly spirits who welcome us into this enlightened environment of our Spiritist Center. We open our plexus of love and forgiveness by mentalizing a light surrounding our hearts. Find a quiet and comfortable place to begin the mentalization process. Remove all worries from your thoughts. We ask that during the pass you breathe slowly and deeply. Let your body relax and surrender yourself to a deep meditation. Calmly imagine divine energies in soft and colorful light surrounding you in an environment of peace and spiritual warmth. Entrusting God with your most intimate desires, raise your thoughts to Jesus and the emissaries of the spiritual environment. The path begins with the cleansing of your soul. Imagine a waterfall of crystal clear water pouring over us, removing all the feelings that keep you away from faith and trust. Feel the energy of this water bathing you and deeply breathe in, feeling peace and harmony. Allow this water to wash away all the impurities and spiritual larvae, washing away all the sorrows and resentments, any feelings of hatred and revenge that hold us back and cause us harm, not only from this life, but past ones as well. Now visualize spiritual doctors around you, applying magnetic cleansing passes, sanitizing your spiritual body of all sadness and negative energy. Mentalize these negative thoughts and feelings being washed away, evaporating from your soul, like water evaporating into thin air, and being carried far away from your mind. Surround yourself with the faith that bathes your being, bringing clarity and lucidity, rebalancing every cell in your body. May the water envelop all pain and bring the clarity of opportunity that chooses peace. The answer arises in our hearts, freeing us from all evil and freeing all whom we have caused evil into and who have caused us evil, washing away all the connections that bind us. Even though we may not understand, we are freeing ourselves from all that causes us harm. Feel this cleansing penetrate your soul and release. Now that we are spiritually cleansed, imagine yourself surrounded by the light of love from the hands of Jesus. At this moment, sing words of faith and gratitude, being faithful to the light that exists in me, planted by the zealous Father. Imagine the sunlight that surrounds and enraptures, freeing us from the chains of everything that holds us down, strengthening your faith. Allow yourself to trust in this light, surrender to it, involved in pleasant feelings and feeling relieved to receive the strengthening lights. Mentalize your spiritual mentors now applying divine light for the strengthening of your mind and your emotions, leaving you feeling emotionally revitalized. Let us now mentalize the magnetization of this water. May we mentalize all the friendly spirits, magnetizing this water and filling it with everything that our bodies, minds, and soul need, so that it may be of help to us when we drink it after the pass. Thank you, God.
We'd like to say thank you for all of you that was with us. And we'll be back next Tuesday at the same time. Have everybody a good night.
song along with me. Just open up your hearts, feel harmony and peace inside yourself. Life is a great school, teaching always to do good. Learning that in order to be happy, we need to help. Learning to accept that everyone deserves respect. Uniting all their hearts with a gesture of affection. Finding our happiness will be spreading joy. There is no other way. Charity is the solution. Only one love, only one ideal. So love and peace in the world. Conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear. And the world will be in peace. Sing this song along with me. Just open up your hearts. Feel harmony and peace inside yourself. Life is a great school, teaching always to do good. Learning that in order to be happy, we need to help. Learning to accept that everyone deserves respect. Uniting all their hearts with a gesture of affection. Finding our happiness will be spreading joy. There is no other way. Charity is the solution. Only one love, only one ideal. So in love and peace in the world. Conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear. And the world will be in peace. Only one love, only love ideal. So in love and peace in the world. Conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear. And the world will